really
movies.
feel the length of movies when you go to see them in the theaters.
Change TV shows and movies forever.
Oh, did you know about this? It might be recency bias, but
It's really going to add a lot of production value.
sometimes you gotta do Marvel.
Welcome to the 2026 Oscar video. I'm not going to go over any of the short films or the documentary. I haven't seen any of those. I'm not going to pretend like I have. All right, let's get started. Best hair and makeup. Obviously, I wanted to win Frankenstein. It's my favorite movie of the year. I think it should have won everything. What I thought was going to win was a Smashing Machine. They did do a really good job on The Rock's makeup on that. But Frankenstein did win, thank God, because the makeup and design and everything about that, especially with the monster, was unbelievable. Like, and if that didn't win, like, come on now. I kind of gave it to the Smashing Machine just because I'm so glad Frankenstein won that. Best costume design. What I thought was going to win, I gave it to Sinners. They did have a really good costume design. Apparently, that was supposed to be the costumes for when Ryan Coogler was going to make Blade. So I did have a really good costume design. I kind of thought they were just going to get every award. I am glad that Frankenstein did win because that is what I wanted to win. Best visual effects. Honestly, what I thought was going to win, obviously Avatar. I mean, it just wins every time. It's a very beautiful movie. I honestly have kind of like a beef with Avatar. I'm not a huge fan of Avatar. I think it's a very, like, the most well shot, beautiful, okay film franchise of all time. I feel there's no depth to it. I try to get into it. I just can't. And I thought it was going to win. Obviously, it did win. What I wanted was Sinners. It didn't win. But, I mean, I think Avatar's going to win every time. It's just, I just wish Avatar, I get why people love it so much, maybe, but I just wish it had more depth to it, but it doesn't for me. Best original song. What I wanted to win was I Lied to You from Sinners, but I knew that Golden was going to win the best original song. K-pop Demon Hunters is a cultural phenomenon. People can't stop talking about it. People love Golden. Obviously, Golden was going to win, and yes, it did win. Best original score. Honestly, for me, I thought and I wanted Sinners to win Best Original Score, and it definitely did because it was amazing. That's one of the best parts of the movie. The movie is definitely about music more than it is about vampires, and I am very glad that won. And I knew that was going to win. Best sound. Honestly, I really wanted Sinners to win. Obviously, I love Sinners. I did kind of have a feeling that F1 should win, and it did win. It does have good sound, but I don't think F1 should have been nominated for anything. I think it's a good movie. It's a blockbuster movie. Should not good enough to win any Oscars or even been nominated. That still blows my mind. I can't wrap my head around it, but I did think it was going to win. I don't know. I just had a feeling to win. Best production design. I honestly thought Hamnet would win this one. I do love Hamnet and wouldn't have been pissed if it did win. But I did want Frankenstein to win because it's my favorite movie of the year. And it did win. I'm so glad about that because the whole set design, especially Frankenstein's castle, is unbelievable. Like, I'm so happy about this. Best cinematography. What I wanted to win, again, Frankenstein for sure. It's one of the most beautifully shot movies I've ever seen. I thought Sinners would win, but one battle after another did win that. Not completely shocking, just not what I would do. I do love one battle after another, and I'm probably the biggest Paul Thomas Anderson fan. Just not his best movie. I am glad it was nominated. Didn't think it was going to win, to be honest. Best film editing. Honestly, I thought Frankenstein should have been nominated for this. It wasn't. I think that was a snub. What I wanted to win was Marty Supreme. Did not win. One battle after the other won, and I thought that was going to win. Honestly, it does have really good editing. The quick cuts of Marty Supreme is really good. I mean, we can get into this kind of. I do think that there was some allegation that came up about Josh Safdie, and I think that's why it didn't win anything. Honestly, best animated feature. What I wanted to win was Little Amelie. What I knew was for sure going to win was K-pop Demon Hunters, not even close, and it definitely did win. Like I said, it's a cultural phenomenon. There was no way I would have bet you $1,000 that this would have won for sure, and it did win. It is a cultural phenomenon. No shocker there. New category this year, best casting. Honestly, I think Warfare should have been nominated for this. I think that was a big snub on this. The cast for that is one of the best casts I've ever seen. What I thought was going to win was Sinners for sure, and then what I wanted to win was Hamnet. I just think that the casting all around for that was unbelievable, and Sinners did win, which I'm not upset about. I think it's very deserving of that. Best adapted screenplay. What I want to win was Frankenstein, obviously. What I thought was going to win, one battle after the other, and one battle after another did win. Not a shocker. It is a great movie. Best original screenplay. What I thought was going to win was Marty Supreme for sure. What I wanted to win was Sinners, and Sinners did win, which I'm really happy about. It is shocking that Marty Supreme did not win that, though. Best supporting actress. Who I thought was going to win was the actress for Sinners. I'm not going to try to pronounce her name. I'm not going to try to butcher it. Who I wanted to win was Amy Madigan from Weapons. And Amy Madigan won. I'm so happy about that because she's clearly the best actress in this category for sure. She did an amazing job. It's another cultural phenomenon. She blew everybody away. I'm so happy that this happened. The only reason I thought that she might not win is because horror movies never get nominated for Oscars or win Oscars. So I am really happy about that. Best supporting actor, who I thought was going to win was Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and he is phenomenal in this. I love him in this movie. The only reason I didn't want him to win is because Jacob Elordi as the Frankenstein's monster was unbelievable, and I thought for sure he was going to win. But the thing is, if Oscars that much to younger actors. Like it took Leonardo DiCaprio till he was 41 to win his Oscar, even though his first Oscar for What's Eating Gilbert Grape was his best performance. I think that was kind of something to do with it because Jacob Elordi completely nailed this and should have definitely won. Sean Penn would have, if Jacob Elordi wasn't nominated, I would have definitely said Sean Penn because he was so good in this. And this is probably my most upsetting thing of the night that Jacob Elordi didn't win this, but I am glad that he was nominated. Best actress, who I wanted and I thought was going to win for sure. I would have bet you $1,000 that Jessie Buckley would have won this. After seeing her performance in Hamlet, I would have been like, "There's no way. Don't even consider anybody else. She was for sure going to win, and she did for sure. She's one of the best performances I've ever seen. For sure, she was going to win no matter what. Had no doubt about that. Would have bet anybody for that." Best actor, who I wanted to win was Timothée Chalamet, and who I thought was going to win was Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan did win. And I'm not super upset about this because I'm a really big Michael B. Jordan fan, and I think he does deserve it. I do think that there were some allegations that came out about Josh Safdie, the director of Marty Supreme, and I think that did have a big effect on that Marty Supreme didn't win any Oscars. I am not pissed that Michael B. Jordan did win. I do think he's very deserving of this. Best director. Okay, for this one, I love both of these. I thought Paul Thomas Anderson was going to win, and I wanted Ryan Coogler to win. I'm a bigger Paul Thomas Anderson fan. I think his movies are way better, but I am the biggest Ryan Coogler fan, and Paul Thomas Anderson just made so many better movies, and he's been nominated a bunch of times. Like Ryan Coogler, this is like his first time being in this circle, so I really wanted him to win for this. He didn't win. It was Paul Thomas Anderson. A little bit of a bummer, but I still love Paul Thomas Anderson. So I'm not pissed that this happened. I'm just like, I really would have loved to show some love for Ryan Coogler. I'm a fan of his since Fruitvale Station. I've seen every single movie. I'm his biggest fan. All right, here we are. Best Picture. Obviously, who I wanted to win was Frankenstein, but I knew it wasn't going to win. It was released on Netflix. I don't think that many people saw it. I know that the Oscars isn't about the majority of people seeing this, but I just don't think that it was marketed right. I think I for sure thought Marty Supreme was going to win this, But after I said what I said earlier about the Josh Safdie allegations, I think that really affected every award. Marty Supreme was so good that it could have easily won Best Picture, but was nominated for many Oscars and won nothing. I do think that it was because of the allegations. I 100%. I think it would have at least won one award. It did not win any award. So I thought Marty Supreme was for sure going to win. One battle after the other obviously was going to be the other one or Sinners. I would have preferred Sinners. I loved one battle after the other, but um, I do one battle after the other did win, which it's kind of bittersweet. I love Paul Thomas Anderson, but I do think that this is not even close to his best movie. It's not even close. All of his other movies are so much better. Like There Will Be Blood or Boogie Nights, or there's so many better movies that should have won awards that didn't, and I love one battle after another. I'm glad it's nominated. I don't think it's deserving. I'm not super bummed about it. I would rather Sinners or Marty Supreme. I mean, obviously Frankenstein, but it was a good Oscar year. It was a good Oscar year. There's so many great movies, so it was hard to go through all this, but we'll see you next year for the next Oscar pick.
Let's go.